You see before you probably the most mistranslated verse in all of the Bible. This is so blasphemously translated that I probably am going to lose my temper and I'll have to use 1 John 1:9. Because this verse in the Greek is talking about Christ. And in translation, Christ is cut off. Completely cut off. And I'm going to show it to you. But first we're going to have to go through the Greek. I want you to see how it sounds. And then we're going to go through why it's so badly mistranslated. And it's going to become very obvious. You're probably going to become very angry. But one thing for sure you'll never do is believe that a translation, is inspired. Especially the KJV, which is the mastermind of the mistranslation here. Let's first go through the Greek. It's not hard. This is one of the most important verses in the Bible, so it's worth learning. Okay. I'm going to just read it straight, and then I'm going to stop and show you what each word means. Okay, look up at the top of the screen there, and you'll see what looks like some crazy letters. Okay, I'm going to read them to you. Estin de pistis elpizomenon Hupostasis, that's the reference to Christ, pragmaton elegos ou blepomenon. Okay? Now we're going to go through this. Estin means it is. I'm just going to go through the raw first, and then I'm going to smooth out the translation. Estin means it is. Da is a transitional particle. It's called postpositive. It means that it's introducing a transition between what went before and what's going on now. Pistis is the word for faith, but it really means first what is believed, the doctrine. Okay, that's really important to know here. Elpizomenon is coming from a verb called elpizo. It's a very pregnant verb in Greek literature. It means to have confidence in something future. It's very pregnantly used by Plato. So Paul is sort of tweaking all the concepts of Greek literature when he uses that here. Not Paul, I'm sorry, Paul didn't write Hebrews. Paul was dead. That's in Hebrews 13. Elpizomenon means confident expectations, confident believings in pistis, the doctrine. Alright? So it's estin de pistis elpizomenon. Hopings, believings, bad people. Okay? People doing the confidence. People have confidence, not things. Okay? Hupostasis, the comma there doesn't belong. It's in the wrong place. Greek didn't use commas. Hupostasis is a moniker for Christ. And that's where we're going to have to do a little side trip. Pragmaton means trial matters. Elegos means evidence. Ou means not. Blepomenon means seeings. People do seeings. They're not things. People see. Okay? So let's do this over again. It's a sort of heptameter. Estin pistis elpizomenon, hupostasis pragmaton, elegos ou blepomenon. Do it again. Estin de pistis elpizomenon, hupostasis pragmaton, forget the comma because it doesn't belong there, elegos ou blepomenon. Okay, estin, it's about. That's like but, it's about, by contrast, mild contrast. Pistis, believe doctrine. Elpizomenon, confidently expected, confidently hoped for, confidently believed in. Hupostasis, Christ. You're going to see that in a minute because the writers use this moniker for Christ in 2 other places in the book. Hupostasis, pragmaton. Okay, so Christ, trial matters. Pragmaton means trial matters. Elegos, evidence. Ou, not. Blepomenon, seen. Seen plural, seen by people. Okay, do it again. Got to get this. Estin, it is. By contrast. Believe doctrine, believe Bible. What is believed? Confidently expected by people. Hupostasis, Christ, trial matters. Elegos, evidence, not seen, physically seen. Blepo means to physically see something. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to smooth it out a little. Estin de pistis, estin de pistis, elpizomenon, hupostasis, pragmaton, elegos, ou blepomenon. Now when you say that, blepomenon, when you say that fast enough, you see the meter of it. Estin de pistis, elpizomenon, hupostasis, pragmaton, elegos, ou blepomenon. See how the cadence? Estin de pistis, elpizomenon, hupostasis, pragmaton, elegos, ou blepomenon. This right here is a clause all by itself. This right here is a clause all by itself. This right here is a clause all by itself. So it's like tic-tac-toe. Estin de pistis, elpizomenon, hupostasis, pragmaton. This is in parallel with this. That's one clause. This is parallel. So it's saying that the trial matters of Christ are a parallel to estin de pistis elpizomenon. And then the third parallel is a elegos ou blepomenon. See how see the cadence? Estin de pistis elpizomenon. In good English that would be, it's about believed Bible, confidently believed. Okay? I like to say it's about confidence in word in good English. It's about confidence in word. I'm trying to match the meter of the writer here. It's about confidence in word. Estin de pistis elpizomenon. It's about confidence in word. Word being the word for pistis here. Confidence being elpizomenon. Elpizomenon means believings by people. And then the second clause, hupostasis pragmaton. Christ on trial. Trial matters concerning Christ. Yeah, because what did Christ have to do? He had to keep believing the word. Estin de pistis elpizomenon was what he had to do down here. Hupostasis pragmaton. Christ is on trial when you're doing the same thing. Elegos, evidence, ou, not, blepomenon. That's pretty easy to see. Yeah, okay. Elegos ou blepomenon. Okay? Elegos ou blepomenon. Evidence unseen. So, to heaven, because what's Hebrews 11 about? Hebrews 11 is about witnesses. But what are they witnesses to? They're witnesses to heaven, in heaven, on trial, before God and Satan. Alright? So, estin de pistis elpizomenon, it's about your faith being on trial, but the correct translation would really be better. It's about confidence in word. Elpizomenon is confidence. Hupostasis, Christ, pragmaton, trial matters. Christ on trial. Christ thinking on trial in you. Elegos ou blepomenon, evidence unseen. Because Christ thinking on trial inside your head isn't seen by you and isn't seen by anybody else, but it is seen by heaven. See what a different meaning that is? Estin, it's about. Look in the lower left-hand corner, that's the lexicon. That's IME, third person singular. The post-positive conjunction particle da introduces mild contrast. You'll hear that in any seminary. They tell you that all the time. Okay. Pistis, first meaning is what is believed. The content of what you believe. Not your believing itself. But the second meaning is your believing itself. Estin de pistis. Do you believe the word you know? And the answer is yes. Elpizomenon. Those are people confidently believing. Elpizo. Alright? Elpizo is a very, very famous word in Greek lit. Because that's what Socrates was always talking about. You have to believe the gods. You have to be confident of them. Okay, but the real God is who the writer of Hebrews is talking about. Elpizomenon. People. This ending right here, this W looks like a WN or a V to you. The WN ending in Greek is talking about many people believing, many people having confident expectation. It's not things. There's no things in the verse. Those are people. Only people have hope. Only people have faith. Okay? A rock. In the rock, actually, the people have the faith. Hupostasis, now we're going to stop and focus on this. Hupostasis is a moniker for Christ, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay? In Hebrews 1, I want to say it's 3. Here it is. It's 3. Okay, we're going to pull it up here. See? Hupostasis. Hupostasis. That's a nickname for Christ. That's where we get in theology hypostatic union, God-man. Okay? When he says hupostasis, sorry, he's talking about Christ. And in fact, the verse is on him, as you can see in Hebrews 1:3. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see hupostasis. See? Hupostasis. All right? That's where the theology guys came up with, that he's God-man in nature. They took this word.